What's going on, innovators? Today I'm going to show you how I built a list in ListSource that made me $1.6 million in 12 months. Let me start off by saying that 99% of real estate YouTubers get this wrong. I'm talking about how to build a cash buyers list. So issue number one, if you're building a cash buyers list, do you think cash buyers only buy under their individual name? No. The answer is no. I'm a cash buyer at times. Sometimes I use financing, sometimes I buy cash, but I always use LLCs to make the purchase. Issue number two that I see, who buys more properties? An individual cash buyer or a hedge fund or institutional investor? Obviously institutional buyers and hedge funds are buying way more than the mom and pop local cash investors, but your lists are missing them because you're putting in criteria like 90 to 100% equity in properties and missing out on the bigger opportunity to serve these top tier institutional buyers. And number three, the big issue I see is that just because you own a lot doesn't mean you buy a lot. A lot of investors will look at who owns a ton of properties in a given area, but most of these folks, if they bought 10 years ago, they bought on very different criteria and their models do not work in today's economy. This is why you want to see who purchased during the last 6 to 12 months tops, because they are actively in the market and they're leveraging models that work today. So let me jump on my computer and show you exactly how I built my list so that you can build the same list for your local market. All right, innovators. So today we're going to use listsource.com to build a corporate buyer or entity buyer list. I prefer this over a cash buyer list because typically folks who buy multiple properties per year use LLCs or corporations to do so. And we actually made $1.6 million with this exact list in 2021. So let's jump into it. When you go to listsource.com, it's free to sign up for an account. There'll be a link on my website as well for you to jump in and join. You only pay for the list that you download, and the minimum order is $50. It's also about 17 cents a lead to download your list. So it's pretty affordable to get some really valuable data that has made me a ton of money in the past. So when you go to ListSource and log in, you're going to want to click on create your own. And then from there, we are going to build a list today. We're going to jump into geography. That's the default in the Suffolk County of Massachusetts. So we're going to go to county. We're going to select Massachusetts here and Suffolk. Scroll on down. Add. All right, we're gonna jump to property type, and we wanna target properties that have been acquired within the last 12 months. So we're gonna go to last sales date, market sale date, here we go. And it defaults to the last 12 months just because that's the criteria I selected. I'm gonna add that in there. It has some defaults that I'm gonna clear because it doesn't give us an accurate indication of who's buying. So right now we're at 10,138 potential leads, buyer leads in there. Now we're going to jump to options, and then from options we're going to select absentee owned. We do not want owner occupied properties. We're down to 976. That also includes properties with in-state owners and out-of-state owners. We want both absentee owners, local and out-of-state. Trustee owned, we're going to exclude those because as of right now there's no accurate way to skip trace those leads. And then corporate owned properties only, that's actually what we want, corporate owned only, and we're at 515. And then you also want to select address completeness requirements. You want to select both mailing and property address complete so that we really can target these leads. And as you can see, we have a list of 515 corporate buyers, and a lot of those are cash buyers, but either way, if they use financing or cash, these are the people you want to target, and you'll be able to look at this list and see who's buying multiple properties. So we'll jump over to here and say purchase the list. And all right, you can name your list whatever you want. Let's just call this Suffolk County, Suffolk 1-16-23, today's date, and it's going to cost me $90. We're going to remove any duplicates though. Property mailing addresses, there we go. So 6825 is the total once we remove duplicates. And actually, you know what, I'm going to leave that there because sometimes you want to find multiple buyers. You want to see if they bought multiple properties, so you do not want those deleted. But we're going to jump out to the checkout. It's going to be $90 some change here. All right, 94.20 total. Have my card number on file. Let me input my credit card here. Alrighty, so I just made my payment, and it says click next to retrieve the records. Please print this page for your records. An email receipt has also been sent. So I made the payment, and let's see what we have here. All right, so we're gonna view criteria. We want to export it, and we want to do it as a CSV. Next, upper and lowercase, select. All right, submit, and let's take a look here. All right, just gonna throw it on my desktop. A little technical difficulties. There we go. Let's take a quick peek at this list here. And this is very important because this is where you're going to be able to sort the list and see the entities that have purchased multiple properties, or you'll be able to go and skip trace those leads and get their information. So we just have the list. So say changes to the file before application, cancel that. All right. So this has, you'll see here, the owner's information. These are all LLCs. So you're going to have to go skip trace each one. So if you sort this list, as you can see, I've sorted the list here. You'll notice that you'll have multiple LLCs that purchase multiple properties. You have Tabor Street LLC here. You have 105 North Washington Street. And furthermore, when you skip trace these leads, you're actually going to add the individuals to this list so you can see the members of each entity who are buying and see how many of those overlap and how many properties each individual purchase. This is really creating a ton of value that a lot of investors are not able to see or able to capture, because most folks just build your typical cash buyers list, which are just individuals who may have bought cash, but you're missing the entire segment of the market that has bought multiple properties, whether they financed it or use cash, and have the capacity to buy a lot more. I'm going to cover how to skip trace in another video using the Secretary of State's office in your respective states, but I hope you found this helpful. And I really encourage you to keep pushing, keep striving as you're looking to grow your business. Thanks for watching this video. I hope you found it helpful. And if you're looking to get into the game, you can visit rlncompanies.com to join my mentorship program, and you can start by jumping on one of my free webinars. And if you like this video, please like, share, and subscribe. And lastly, remember, success starts with getting just 1% better every day. Stay tuned for more.